Hello, welcome to Scrap Time. My name is Christine, and in this video I am back with another page inspired by Collage, Snipping the Stress Away. And this time I am here on this page and it says, don't worry, be happy. Think positive. Keep these pages for a rainy day and let the wilds of the storm inspire you. The difference between a good day and a bad day is the attitude with which you face it. Okay. So anyway, I took that more so of the fact of it's constantly switching back between rain and snow and cold. And even though it's April, we still fully haven't gotten into full-on spring. And so I started by, on the back of the page underneath, I put rain, snow, rain, snow, rain, snow, and then hibernate, hibernate, hibernate. Because whenever it rains and snows, I typically will not go outside unless I really have to. And so this time of month, in the end of March and April, I find it really difficult. And so when it is a nice day, I really do try to go outside because we have so many bad weather days. So after I did the background, I did that with a Sharpie marker. I decided to paint over, and I wanted to use, I used Dina Wakley's paints in mineral and in white. And I wanted that sort of gray look of winter when the skies are just sort of gray. It's going to snow maybe again. It's cold again. And then it's hard to see, but I also added some Nuvo glitter dots. And this one is called White Blizzard. So it was, you know, made to be. So it's really hard to see on the camera, but I painted on the glitter. So on the page, throughout the page, there's glitter that catches in the light, but in this lighting, it's really hard to see. But there, it also adds a texture in that to the page, and there's glitter sort of over, just it's painted on, and that's why it's hard to see. It's not like I didn't do drops. So then after that, I wanted to add a bit of stamping. So you can see here, I have a bit of texture and stamps. So I used these two stamps that I had. And then I used speckled egg archival ink because I wanted it to be very tonal with the paint. So I thought you'll see it, but it doesn't fully like jump out at you. And the reason I use archival ink is because this is an acrylic paint. If you were to use a dye or pigment ink, it would just wipe right off. But the archival ink, being oil-based, will stamp over top of acrylic paint. After that, I knew I wanted to add in a bird and some spring elements. So I had this collection, it's called Organic. It's from Holtz Idea-ology. And it's an older set that I had, but it has loads of like birds and flowers and nests and stuff. So I thought that was perfect for what I wanted. So I got a couple pieces of the ephemera and I stapled them together there. And then I pulled out my metallic sticker book and I found the quote, never give up. And I thought that was sort of good because it's like, never give up. Spring will eventually have to get here. It's not going to be winter forever. And as a little touch there, I have these little deco cat stickers. And I always like to add a cat if I can to the page. So I have the cat just sticking out, looking at the bird. And I wrote, every year it feels like winter will never end. And then I wanted to add a few splatters. And so I got my Liquitex inks. And these are really great. It's an acrylic ink, but in basically a liquid form. So being acrylic, it will work on acrylic paints. If you just use like a dye spray, again, it'll just wipe off. So you need to use something that's like an acrylic paint. And I used muted gray. And so some of the areas were really dark, and then I got a little towel to just splotch off a few. So that's why it's lighter there. And I just find when you do that, it sort of fills in the space and ties the page together. I didn't want to put any ink around the borders because I wanted that whiteness coming through on the borders, because that's another way you can tie in a page. So I decided just to do some splatters, and I didn't want to do black because of the coloring, so I found the muted gray. And that is the page that I was inspired to do with the quote. And there you go. So I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Scrap Time videos on YouTube. In the meantime, here are a few other videos you might be interested in watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.